What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we have an episode on Forza Motorsport 7 on the PC, where basically I thought I'd take a look at how the game plays at 900 degrees with the recent drift update on a Logitech G920. I'm going to start this off with the knowledge that I remember a while ago, Turn 10, again, I don't have any links or evidence exactly, you'll have to take my word for it, unfortunately, but basically that Turn 10 had said a while ago that 900 degrees wasn't really the way to play Forza. Like, it can be done, and I'm sure for racing it isn't terrible, but just by and large, just in general, for drifting in particular, 900 degrees is not how Forza is meant to be played. They usually recommend it just stick to 270, and I'm not sure why that is, or if they changed the stance since I heard that, or read that tweet, or read that article, or whatever it was. Yeah, basically I came up with this little section on Airfield. Again, the most recent video was the Road Less Traveled episode 3 on Airfield. I'll leave that in the description if you haven't seen it. But basically, yeah, I'm introducing some new features here before we get into it. Pedal cam, hopefully that's working out. It might be a bit dark, I'm not sure. And chest cam, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So basically over here, handbrake, gear stick, obviously, my pedals, accelerator, brake, and clutch, obviously, and then the wheel. Which if this all goes right into plan, hopefully you should be able to see everything. Everything should all be working and synced up, and everything should be recording. So let's get into it. Basically, it's workable. So we'll start off this section. You turn in here, you see the wheel steers itself. I can feel the force through it. It's soft, like this transition here, right? So watch. So that wasn't terrible, but look how much I have to manage the wheel. Oh, knocked myself out of gear there. Yeah, so you can see that it does steer itself. Like if I just let it go now, like you can see, it does steer itself all the way to the back. It's on the counter steer, it's on the counter rotation where you have to manually kind of feed it back through for the most part, which isn't, like, it's less than ideal to say the least. Like having it auto steer one way is great, but we'll just go again. Again, this is with the drift physics, drift suspension update. I was gonna say update. Well, yeah, technically the update, but the upgrade applied. So like, you can see stuff like that. There's just nothing there at that. Just in transitions, and then just like when you pull the handbrake, and it's just loose for a bit. When it's in the middle, it could be my settings. Now, for what it's worth, if any user out there are watching this and you've got better settings than I do, please feel free to share. So you can see a little dab of the brakes brings it around. You want to be out somewhere around this rumble strip. So you can see it is possible to like catch it and stuff. It's just, there's just something about it. It just doesn't come back around by itself within the transitions, which is frustrating to say the least. Oh. Also, this livery is not done, by the way. It's a work in progress based on obviously map powers, combination of map powers plus my current one with the purple and the pink that I ran on the S15 and most of my cars in the Outrun GG Invitational. So again, it's hard to convey it across on the video, I'm sure, but like, you can see how much I'm having to do on the wheel, whereas with a Assetto Corsa, like if you've ever seen me play a Assetto Corsa on the wheel, it's just so much more natural. Like, it just does so much more of the work for you, which, like, yeah, on one hand is, could be seen as being like a crutch or everything, but not really. Like, the best setup cars and the best setup games and the best physics, and like even in real life, the best cars should almost drive themselves. They should require pretty minimal input, like. So you can see here, the way I have to cross arms over each other and stuff, and I'm not getting out to this outside snappy like transition to get out to the outside as smooth as I'd like to. It's all a result of the way the weird force feedback feels. So yeah, just weird bits like that. Just that I couldn't get it straight there. Just kept on wanting to fishtail and wobble around like it's not terrible, and it's definitely the drifting update, the drift physics update thing. It definitely has helped a lot. It definitely feels better than it used to. Not that it ever felt dreadful. It just wasn't really good. And I don't know, again, maybe it's my settings, maybe it's the fact that I use normal steering instead of simulation. That could be something to worth testing out, actually. And again, this section here is super fun. Even with the 900 degrees not working 100%, like, it's a deadly little section. I might make a separate video on this at some stage, but let me jump into assist and turn a simulation steering on. See if that makes any difference. Imagine I had some big like eureka moment now on film. Like, oh god, no. Okay. Right, so that's not what you want. Oh, that's not what you want at all. Just feels very slidey. Not in a good way though, like slippery more than so than slidey. Right. Let's see how it handles it. Yeah, what? Oh my god. Okay. So according to turn 10, simulation equals just randomly spinning loose, letting go completely on transition. So like in the drift, yeah, it feels fine. It feels a lot like normal sim, but when you let go and you start to transition, it's just got a super fishtaily element to it, which is weird. Oh Jesus! No, 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 no. T10. What the heck? Even like. Yeah, so that's not ideal. That's not what you want. Yeah, no, definitely. Even with 900 degrees, it's clear that normal steering is the way to go. For what it's worth about this car, it is a stock engine, 445 horsepower odd build, so it's a nice little messer to play around with. Again, you could do it, and with enough time and practice and learning the little like weird fiddly bits about it, like you could absolutely get used to this and do it now with the drift suspension. It's just that little bit short. If on the counter stairs, it would just help you out a little bit. That'd be just brilliant. Like, see the way I'm having to feed it through there. The way that I have to feed it through on the roads on those longer transitions is the problem. Like short little ones, it's not as bad. I'm noticing the more that I'm driving it. But just on those longer transitions where you have to kind of just push it out, and then transition around. That's where it just doesn't want to do any of the work and help you out, which is what it's just it's like that little bit being like for it to just be that little bit short is a shame. Like. Again, so this is more like the line that I had intended when I come up with this section. Oh, see, again, it just doesn't help you in any way. Like it just pushed me out wider. Like you start that counter steer and it just keeps you pointed in the direction you don't want to be going, which is it's hard to put your finger on exactly what it is like. But oh, bit more angle. Again, so it's not. So I'm noticing that you're probably watching, be like, that's not too bad. Like I can see you're starting to make it now. Again, that's me having learned now after what is it now, 5-10 minutes or something like that, 10-15 minutes, how to cope with it. It's me feeding the wheel through and understanding how it plays out more so than the physics, like or the 900 degrees or whatever. That's all it is. I keep saying it every time I notice it, I say it. Right in that transition, when you're just coming from left to right, if I didn't have to do those 2 or 3 little feed through motions, if it just did that itself, I think it would be perfect. Whatever it is that's holding that back. Oh. Understeer. Again, don't know if that's me or the car, or the tune, or the physics. Like. So watch, right? So right now, see the way I have to kind of manually keep my hands on it? It should just automatically snap back around, and it isn't, and that's what's frustrating. Even just bits like that, if you see that little wobble that I did there, then you get into a bit of a fishtail where you it's hard to control it. But that little just wobble that I did there where it just kind of like just understeered and pushed out a bit, like I would never get that on 270 degrees. I'd be able to hold that no problem 270 degrees. It's just the deadness of the wheel in that range for whatever reason. There, see the way it's straightened out? It wobbled me off a bit. That's just, there's no information coming from the wheel at that point to let you know, okay, this is what you need to be doing to get this, to keep this going or whatever. There, stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Just lets go completely. But like it's, again, just to try and, I may try and wrap it up now because you probably get the gist. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But like, it's not terrible. It's just very, very close. It's just not quite there in my opinion. Which is a damn shame, because playing this game at 900 degrees would be brilliant. They add VR support in, and all of a sudden this out of course has some competition. Like, Oh, see that's whatever that is that happens when you let go of the wheel and you expect it to keep going the way you want, and it doesn't. It pushes you out. Whatever that is, if they can get rid of that, that's they have solved all their problems, and it's a game changer. Now I do know of a thing that exists. I remember there was a Discord for it, or somebody posted it on the Forza subreddit before, where they had, because of the Forza, because of the Forza data out feature that they've implemented with one of the updates, they can actually mess with the force feedback, and they had like what they were describing as a really good like proper force feedback is comparable to something like in a Assetto Corsa. Obviously Forza is still always going to be on the simcade aspect. It's not exactly realistic, but just as far as the force feedback goes, they were saying yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I just remember at the time I was on my phone. I think I may have been work at lunchtime or something like that, so I couldn't actually try it out, and then I forgot about it, and now I can't remember for the life of me where I what it was called or how to find it on Reddit or something like that. I'll probably have to try and do a deep search for it later on and try and see if I can suss that out. Now that depends. If that's like, that probably isn't even still being updated. It's probably not being kept up to date with the after the drift suspension. Like they probably would have to rebuild it or something like that. But I don't know. That's just something towards that I remembered that I thought I'd mention. There is, because again, fair play to T10 with the data out feature. People have the ability to actually not mod the game necessarily, because I know T10 probably won't ever go down that route like Microsoft turned in. Won't ever really go down that route as far as mods go, but yeah, like that, because they put that feature with the data out, allowing people to make apps and kind of like dashboards for their Sims rig setups and all that. Yeah, that's just something that I should keep an eye on actually, because again, it's what's the problem with it is that it's just so close. It's just short of being good, or being really good. Because as it stands, it's good. I will give it some credit. It is good. It does feel okay. It does, like, it's not like it just doesn't counter steer like that. Like, it is pretty alright. It just could be better. That's all. That's it. That's a long rambly video. I just wanted to do something, make a video, whip out the old cameras again. It's been a while since I brought out the GoPros, or the Polaroid cubes as they actually are. And yeah, try out some new techniques with the foot cams, that kind of thing. I hope that worked out. That's about it. I'll go for one more run. After that, I will just ask you that if you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up. To subscribe if you're new here. Yeet. Yeet. You know how to do it to them. Oh, keep it running. Oh, bringing around town. Nah, we bad. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.